Tracker Andy here.
Tracker Dave.
Tracker Russ.
We are the title trackers and we are checking into the Morrison Hotel. This was my retaliation against Tracker Dave for all the messages he was leaving on my machine. So one day I picked up my phone and I sang into his voicemail, "Who has risen and who has fell? Their names are on the register of the Morrison Hotel."
So a couple weeks later, Dave plays that voicemail for me. He's like, "Okay, Andy's on this. Andy just became Tracker Andy, because listen to this." And he played it for me, and it was like goosebumps. It was like literally the voicemail came forward from the 60s. We got together a few weeks later to work it out, and I said to Dave, like, "Okay, like, bring up the voicemail." He's like, "Yeah, about that." I think I deleted it. I'm like, "No, you gotta be kidding me." It was great, but luckily Andy still had enough of it in his head to reconstitute it, and it was as good or better.
Bellhop, he is waiting with bags that no one owns. Ring the bell right now, my friend, you'll find no one is home.
Yeah, and for me, when it came to doing parody of the Doors, it was really about doing parody of Jim, right? It has to be all about Jim. And I think one of the things I love and find endearing about Jim Morrison is his complete disregard for the rules of grammar. Instead of saying who, he says whom with an M, because presumably he thinks it's real deep and sophisticated and heavy to say whom.
So we thought, you know, in the greatest Morrisonic tradition, we would insert a minute-and-a-half poem, which begins with the line, "Listen to Jim's poem."
I was wandering the hall. Whose hall? Exactly. What room, sir? I don't know. Your room?
All these references Jim Morrison makes throughout this song to himself and sort of self-mythologizing, you know, putting himself on a pedestal. So at one point he refers to himself as a shaman, at another point he refers to himself as the reptilian tribesman of the primordial tombs, whatever that means.
And he lists all the places where he was arrested.
The prisons of Tallahassee, Inglewood, New Haven, Las Vegas, Miami.
Each of them come from a different style and play in a different way, and they never seem like they end up in a band together, but the way that they merge is really a very unique thing, so it made it very easy to sort of work with and sort of parody.
It becomes easier to parody and more fun when first you have a genius.
Right, and in their case they had 4 geniuses, all coming from different places, and so yeah, it was great. Andy really dug into Manzarek and found that voice, and I, you know, found out that, for example, Krieger doesn't play with a pick, he plays with the fingers. It makes a big difference in the sound, and it goes quickly from that's almost it to yeah, that's it.
The parody and the satire are going to be at their best when you actually really love the band. You know, that it's endearing, right? It's like your friends or your family where you kind of poke loving fun at them because you love them so much.
So put on your headphones, drop the needle, and check in to the Morrison Hotel.
Their name